Imagine waking up without that constant worry that a sudden bill could derail your plans, whether it's a medical copay, a car repair, or a job gap. You can build a solid emergency fund in 3 months by running a focused weekly sprint that fits any budget, using simple fixtures like a dedicated savings account, automatic transfers, and small, repeatable actions. This plan is simple, repeatable, and built for real life, not a fantasy scenario where every bill neatly appears on payday. It doesn't demand radical cuts or a miracle raise, just a steady rhythm you can keep, especially when your work week is unpredictable. The idea is to shift a small amount of money each week into a separate safety net, so your bottom line never shrinks to zero in emergencies. Step 0 is simple. Set a target. 3 months of essential expenses is a solid starting point because it covers basic needs during a downturn and gives you a cushion when plans go sideways. Your goal should feel tangible, not like a dream you'll never reach, and it should be written down somewhere you'll see every day. To figure that out, list the costs you must pay every month: rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, and minimum debt payments. Exclude non-essentials like dining out, streaming, or impulse buys that aren't critical. This helps you separate what you need from what you want and makes it easier to justify the weekly hack that funds the fund. Once you have that monthly number, multiply by 3 to get the target. Then divide by 12 to find what you need to set aside each week for the 3-month sprint. If you don't bank on a fixed paycheck, you can use the same logic with a bi-weekly rhythm by splitting the weekly target into 2 equal parts and moving money accordingly. Now you have a target and a pace. If your essential monthly expenses come to $2,000, your target is $6,000, and you need about $500 a week to hit it in 12 weeks. This pace isn't a punishment. It's a deliberate tempo that matches the way most families actually get paid and spend, while still leaving space for small, non-disruptive life moments. Step 1 of the plan is to track your spending for a week. Track every purchase, big and small, and note it in a notebook or an app so nothing slips through. By the end of the week, you'll see a clear map of where your money hides, and you'll be able to pinpoint the first easy wins. Step 2 is cutting discretionary costs. Pause one unused subscription, skip dining out twice a week, and look for cheaper alternatives for everyday items. These small changes compound quickly when they're repeated week after week, and they become the rough backbone of the savings. Step 3 is increasing income. Even simple side gigs or selling unused items can add up fast, and you can combine a few sources to reach your weekly target. You don't need to quit your day job. You just add extra hours here and there or tap skills you already have and reuse assets you already own. Step 4 is automating the savings. Open a dedicated savings account for the fund and set up automatic transfers on payday so money moves before you see it. If you wait to decide every week, the plan loses momentum and the amount you move slides toward zero. Step 5 is the weekly sprint. Every week, review progress, adjust spending where needed, and keep a log of wins, no matter how small. If you hit or exceed the target early, you can keep the additional money as a safety buffer or push more aggressively toward future goals. Where to park the fund? Choose a place that pays a little interest, but is easy to access in an emergency. A high-yield savings account or a money market fund works well for this, because you can withdraw quickly without market risk. Keep it separate from your regular checking to avoid temptation. What if life gets in the way? If you lose a job, face a medical bill, or have a car repair you didn't expect, you don't abandon the plan. You adjust it. You can extend the sprint by a few weeks, temporarily drop to a smaller weekly amount, or tap only part of the fund and replenish it later. Let's ground this with a quick example. If you spend $2,000 on essentials each month, your 3-month target is $6,000, so you need about $500 every week for 12 weeks. By cutting a few costs, cooking at home more, and picking up a small weekend task that pays around $200, you could hit that weekly number. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe for more practical money moves, and drop a comment with your target and plan. Tell me what holds you back and what you'll try first.